We good? Okay. Hello everybody. Welcome. It's BigJackFilms here. Welcome to another live stream. Today's stream is going to be very simple. Only because of just time. So just to let you guys know what we're going to be doing today for streaming, we're not going to be doing any kind of anything big or ambiguous. Not an editing stream, not a gaming stream. This is just going to be an hour stream, a little Q&A, a little question and answer thing for you guys, because tomorrow night at 9 o'clock is the premiere of the first episode of the King Kong reviews, the glorious return after 2 years. I'm really excited for you guys to see the first episode. We're also going to just give you guys a bit of updates of what's happening. So if you guys have any questions about the episode, what's going to be happening, and so on. This is going to be basically that, sort of a pre-Kong Q&A. So to everybody in the chat, hello, Floridia Miss. Hello, the Shark King. Hello, Dr. G and Centauria Guy. Hello, Dr. Wow Luigi. Good to see everybody here. There'll be more coming in, but it's just going to be a very small Q&A, just me today, because again, time constraint. So a couple of rules as we go ahead. Super chats are always welcome. Please support our Patreon if you can. $1 more will get you early access to all of our content as well as other special features. On top of that, please keep requests to a bare minimum. Only answer the same question 3 times. If we miss it, we miss it, unfortunately, but we're going to try to get to as many of these as we possibly can the next hour. And just a discussion just of what's going to be happening this season on the show in terms of just Kong stuff. So, just to give you guys an update on production, just almost done the clip portions of episode 3, and I'm just going to give you guys a heads up. This is going to be a very long one, a very long episode. I'm feeling the exhaustion of this one. This is another, I underestimated how much I talk about here, but that will be coming up relatively soon. We have a cap of what we're essentially talking about, and we've kind of narrowed it down, but you're going to be expecting an hour-long episode in episode 3. But to give you guys sort of the timestamps of the first 3 episodes, episode 1, which you're seeing tomorrow night at 9, is going to be about 45 minutes. Episode 2 is going to be about 30 minutes, and then episode 3 is going to be about an hour. Then we got 2 more episodes after that we're going to be very, time to rock, work on to the very end of the month. But, yeah, there's that. That's just essentially what is happening with this season. And I'm really excited for you guys to see what we got going on, especially with this series. This has actually been a set of episodes I've been wanting to do for a while. So with that said, let's get the first question out of the way. Hey, Jack, have you seen these Jurassic Park animations from InGen 2D? He's making Dilophosaurus. I have not seen what those entail, but interesting. But yeah, just sort of that's what's happening in terms of just the episodes. The editing has been going very well. I've been really enjoying doing the streaming editings, which I hope you guys enjoy. Those are really fun to do. We are planning to try to do more content this month just to keep you guys occupied. We're going to take a look at, we're going to do 2 reaction videos. We're going to have trailers for the upcoming episodes. There's a lot to come out. Barney, the Disney Demon, says, hey, Jack, in your review of Steven Spielberg's Hook, you call Toodles cuckoo, but to me, Toodles is a bit wise and known that Peter is Peter Pan. Yeah, he's wise, but the way they present him in the movie is very I've lost my marbles. Little nutcase in the head, little couple screws mixed in there. Osiris the God, I actually just watched your King Kong Encounter Confrontation reviews from season 2, and those hold up extremely well. Can't wait to see what you are in store for the following days. So that's great. I really appreciate you guys going back and kind of recapping what's happened before. That's been fun to do, actually. So really appreciate that on that end. And yeah, it's going to be really excited to see what we do. Episode 3 is actually going to be sort of a redo of those episodes, but much more entailed, much more detailed. So you're going to see more in there. Jumps in. Hello there. General Godzilla 2024. I don't know why I made him Bane, but there's that. Oh, yeah, he's making animations of Jurassic Park novels. Nice. Very nice. What is it like to have so many fans? It's a hit or miss thing for me. Like, as much as I appreciate having a fan base, and it's great, you guys are the reason I keep going and stuff. I mean, there are times there are the kind of obsessive fans and the ones that, obviously you got to make sure you can kind of categorize which fans are what. But regardless, all the fans I have are so appreciated from the bottom of my heart. I mean, without you guys, I would not be doing pushing my career to this point. And it has been overall like the last 10 years of doing reviews, and then on top of that, my channel, which is at 15 years, and because we started in 2007, has been absolutely incredible. In fact, I should point out too, we've been kind of tweaking this idea. We might open up a second channel just for shits and giggles. We're thinking about it. We're really kind of pushing that concept down the line. So there's that. Kim Jong-un says, have you seen Gamera versus Giron? I have not really sat through any of the Gamera films. I've seen like clips, but that's about it. Thank you so much for reading my comment. I mean, like, it's a great question, man. I really appreciate it. So I have a question for you as a reviewer to reviewer. When you review a piece of media which has someone that is known for doing some bad things, do you still review it, but just don't mention it? I briefly mention it. I tried to separate the art from the artist as much as I possibly could. A prime example being like somebody like Mel Gibson. Like, I think Mel Gibson is an angry nutcase. But, to be fair, he makes great movies. Like, he makes good movies. Braveheart is one of my favorite films, so it's one of those separate the art for the artist. Another prime example, unfortunately, is somebody like Harvey Weinstein. Terrible, 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 terrible person, but he's produced a good movie here or there. Like Shakespeare in Love is a great movie. But sometimes, like, there's some artists that I say, I'm not gonna touch their films. They just ain't worth it. Like Roman Polanski. I've tried watching his movies. My biggest problem with them, outside of him being a piece of shit person, is they're boring movies. They're not that fun. So, I mean, I try to separate the art from the artist, essentially. Hey, sorry I'm late. No worries. Wow, we got quite a lot of jumped right there. No worries in the Astro Dinosaur 101. Hope all is well. In your Godzilla -1 review, you didn't know that Ginza was a district of Tokyo. So I'm reminding you as a friend. Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm not too well sourced in the geography of Japan and what's what. Like, I know of Osaka, Hiroshima, Nagasaki, Tokyo, stuff like that. Like, but in terms of just, I didn't know about, I don't know what Ginza is. I didn't know that was a city. So I do apologize on that level. Osiris says, do I still use BitChute? I have abandoned BitChute. At first I thought it would be a good backup place for my channel and my content. But unfortunately, one, it's not really a well-functioning website. But on top of that, a lot of right-wing extremist shit is on there, and I'm not a fan of that. So I just skip out entirely on that website. So I've just left it abandoned, essentially. The only time I really use it is just to check on other content creators' works who have no choice. But other than that, that's it. Gamera's hot shit. I'm gonna have to give Gamera a chance someday. Like, I remember the Dilophosaurus scene from Jurassic Park novel always terrifying me. Yeah, we're gonna bring that up in one of my reviews coming up. Do I enjoy making content? I always do. It is fun. Like, that is the rules with being a content creator for me and being a YouTuber. Find fun in it. It's not just being a job. Like, once you got the job secure, that's great, but you got to keep up the fun attributes because that's what's going to keep you motivated. Jason Movie Nerd says, when reviewing movies, do you go with the crowd or do you go with what you say? I normally just go with what I say. I do bring up when audience's majority vote is in the opinions is justified. But half the time I just really focus on what I want to talk about, which honestly not many ever do. And one of the things I'm actually starting to notice that I do in my reviews, I mean, especially with the long ones, is that we go down rabbit holes a lot. And it's something I like doing, but I don't want it to overdo the entirety of the review, essentially. So there's that. I remember seeing some clips from the original King Kong 33 where do you rank it between 1 to 10? I mean, it is number 1. It is still my favorite film next to the 76 remake. It is a timeless classic, my personal favorite. I can never get enough of it. Hey, Jack, what are your favorite anime characters? Can't choose 18 or Kikyo. I mean, just characters. I mean, Goku was always a person I, aspired to be in terms of just strength and character. Inuyasha, Moroku, Akira Yamato for his intelligence. In terms of just other characters, I like Bulma, the Sailor Scouts, obviously, because they have that group dynamic, but yeah, there's a couple of questions there. Hey, Huey Tumor, good to see you. Hope all is well with your Soul Saga stuff. I'm looking forward to seeing what you do next. Guys, go subscribe to Huey Tumor. He would really appreciate it. I'm hoping to see him come back soon. You see a certain rap battle video. I think it involves a monkey and lizard. Okay, so that is one of the videos we're going to work on soon as a reaction video to that. So thank you for that. Hey, Jack, have you heard of The Weeknd? If yes, what is your favorite song? Blinding Light. And if you watch my Ready Player One Part 2 video, Bendy, we use that song in the training montage, which is really cool. Thanks, Jack. That does help me out. Oh, always appreciate it, Dr. Waluigi. Thank you so much. Jason Movie Nerd. One movie I'm definitely not seeing in his movies are Victor Salva's. His movies are represented for his crimes. Really? Really? Okay, well, I don't even know who that is, so I'm going to avoid him like the plague. Would you like it if Steven Spielberg made a King Kong movie? Well, he's done several interviews when he did Jurassic Park and working on the King Kong encounter at Universal. That was his take on it. I mean, even Ready Player One, I would consider his take on a Kong movie. Even though Kong is making a cameo, that's sort of what I always imagined his to look like. So there you go. If you want the closest, just combine Jurassic Park, the Universal shows, and Ready Player One, and there's your movie. How would you feel about a Gargoyles Ghostbusters crossover? That sounds awesome. That sounds amazing. I would so watch that. The Shark King, is the reason why you're going to release the King Kong reviews to us because of the 91st anniversary? Yes. We noticed our trajectory with Kong reviews are usually good in March. So this is a good way to have our glorious return come in with new episodes in March is sort of the plan there. Let's see here. Thought I'd share a character that inspired Lucy next to Inuyasha Shikoma character. It's a Nintendo character named Sakura, who's also a priestess. Is that from Fire Emblem? I've never played those games, so interesting. Hey Jack, I have a question. Knowing that you are more Kong, there are more Kogs in the new Empire. Do you think we might see other species of Ghidorah like Death Ghidorah or Emperor Ghidorah? I doubt it, given license issues with Toho, but it would be cool to see. I mean, I'm very cautiously optimistic about Godzilla X Kong. I'm going in with a complete brain turn off, and I'm just going to enjoy the entertainment value. Funny enough, it's happening. He's a part of. What was the question about that? The James Movie Nerd. What did he ask? Oh yeah, yeah, about that director. Imagine Jack Nicholson as Carl Denham in a King Kong movie. And now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to show you the greatest thing your eyes have ever beheld. There's my best Jack Nicholson impression. Big thing he's known for is creating Jeepers Creeper Scissors, but really, I've heard very good things about that horror series, but I'm gonna keep kind of cautious about that. Excited for the new Empire? Absolutely, Eric Bauer. I'm really looking forward to that. Fire Emblem is awesome. They have an anime OVA centers around anime characters. Interesting. All right. As a person who's made 11 films in a span of 4 years, it can be exhausting and hard, but it's addicting, crafting, and mirror. That is exactly the point, Jordan. I agree 100%. You know what's funny, actually? I should bring this up. With The Phantom Menace having its 25th anniversary this year, by the way, we are going to try to release the prequels this year, also marks the 25th anniversary of me making movies. I have been making films, they're all in one category, for 25 years, a quarter of my lifetime. And I was thinking about that today, and I'm like, that's something to really reflect on. And a lot of my old movies, I really want to showcase someday, but I want to find the time to work on them. But they can be a little, because some of these I feel like my fans should see my first movies. But they are very hard to assemble and put together. They're going to take some time. But yeah, 25 years of making movies is pretty interesting. What's your favorite theropod dinosaur? Mine is Carnotaurus. It's always going to be Tyrannosaurus Rex. I know it's generic and the most popular, but that's just me. Only a month away from Godzilla X Kong, coming to theaters March 29th. Get your tickets now. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. We're going to be discussing it at some point. Don't know when, but we're going to do an opening night and a BigJackFilms review. That will be in the works at some point. Carnotaurus is my favorite dinosaur. It's a cool dinosaur, actually. Where's the Gene Siskel and Roger Ebert biopic? That I would want. And make it a comedy. I don't know why. Make it a comedy and get certain actors to play certain parts. Perfect timing with prequel reviews with Phantom Menace having an anniversary. Yeah, we're thinking about later in the year. We're going to release the prequels. We're still filming it. That's the thing. So we got to be on the nose on that. Just like you, I'm known for one film. Oh, wow. Okay, that's interesting, Jordan. I haven't seen you. Are you a new subscriber? Okay, well, welcome. Welcome. Can't go wrong with the T-Rex, Jack. I'm in the same boat. Absolutely. Fun fact about the concept of my series, Dinosaur Warrior Princesses and Dinosaur-inspired half-demons from Inuyasha. Yeah, you've brought that up a few times, actually. Hey, Curtis, good to see you. Welcome to the chat. We're just doing a simple Q&A panel. This is going to last for about an hour, so if you have any questions, feel free to ask. I do hope that the director of Godzilla Minus One will get a sequel. I do too. I want Toho's own version of King Kong versus Godzilla with that aggressive style. That would be amazing. Doing good. How are you doing? I've been a subscriber for years. I was the butt cheeks and rainbows comment that made you crackle. Okay. Yeah, it's hard to keep track of so many people because look at that. You got like 20,000 subscribers. It's very hard to keep track at this point, but it is always appreciated. Imagine if they did a movie production of the 30s. Yeah, like I want a biopic on Kong 33, Kong 76, Jaws. There's several that can be done rather than sequels. Good. Glad you're doing well, man. How do you edit your videos? Well, if you watch my editing episodes, Best in Class, great name, by the way, I use Pinnacle. It has been my best friend for about a decade. And it has been my greatest tool. I was a transitional studio software from the old Lego studios that I used to make a lot of my old movies on. And I've since updated it and stuff. And I've been a fan of their product for years. So thank you. Hey, Jack, what are your thoughts on Godzilla's design for Minus One? I really like the aggressive tone of it, the aggressive dinosaur look to it. It's great. There's a new Tyrannosaurus species described this year. Oh, nice. So they found a new specimen. Interesting. Yo, Golden Marcus. I don't know who you are, but hello, welcome. I know it's early, but imagine Jurassic Park Legacy Reviews came out on the 31st anniversary. Okay, so this is not a planned set date, okay? But the plan is June. We're going to try to get for June those videos to come out. Sounds bad. It's not the best software, but it's affordable and it's easy to use. Scooby-Doo, The Backstage Rage is what I'm known for. It was an 80s style horror film that happens to be Scooby-Doo fan film. Really? I'm going to have to watch that, man. That sounds kind of fun. It's revealed that the spider pit scene is actually fake. Okay, so really? We're actually test photos. We bring that up in the episode coming out tomorrow. Thoughts on the Archaeopterysaurus? I can't remember which species that is. The Kong figures, the only one I'm still trying to get is the Empire State Building figure with the airplane. That's the one I want next. There are 3 movies on March 2024. Kung Fu Panda 4, Ghostbusters 4, and Godzilla X Kong. Yeah, okay, I'm going to see 2 out of the 3 because with Kung Fu Panda 4, I have not seen the other films. So I have to get a chance to watch those. Have you seen any of the following cartoons? Dino Saucers, Extreme Dinosaurs, or Kung Fu Dino? I have not seen any of those. It's on Vimeo. I could drop a link. Okay, yeah, for sure, man. Would be cool if Studio Ghibli made a Godzilla movie, because honestly, Godzilla Minus One somewhat feels like a Ghibli movie. I mean, it kind of does with the family dynamic, but not necessarily in the action. So there's that. Acrocanthosaurus. That's a mouthful. Any favorite herbivore dinosaurs? I mean, I'm really a fan of the sauropods. I'm a fan of the stegosaurids and the ceratopians. Those are my personal favorites. I stick with those. Although the duckbills don't get much love. Like Parasaurolophus, Saurolophus, those are the best. Any place I can drop it, just send it to me on Twitter or Instagram. Damn, have you seen Scooby-Doo and the Loch Ness Monster? It's amazing. Shaggy in the film says lines from King Kong at the 47th part. Yeah, interesting. I've watched Dino Saucers even commissioned some character redesigns. Oh, wow. Wow, that's really cool. Stream Dinosaurs. I love that show that I watched when I was a kid. Dinosaur Rocket Stream. Oh, really cool. Very nice. Oh, cool. It looks like a new Jurassic World movie might be called Jurassic City. Are we sure that's not the Asylum ripoff? Full disclosure, by the way, Gareth Edwards directing the next movie. I'm excited because he's learned his lesson from Godzilla 2014, and it's going to be very interesting what he does next. What's your favorite movie genre? I'm very much a fan of the action-adventure swashbuckler. Those are my personal favorites, honestly. What's your favorite? Megafauna. So the fauna is a prehistory. I don't know much about those. Is there going to be any opening nights? Yes. So I'm supposed to get a review of Aliens done tonight for tomorrow. However, with the King Kong reviews premiering tomorrow, I might just do a quick little recap video for everybody so they know where the story's at thus far. Debating it. I mean, like a opening night would be a lot easier, but because of just this is sort of the first time the plot really is coming back into fruition, although very small. I should point this out with the Kong reviews, guys, is that the storyline is sprinkled. It's not going to be the full point of these reviews. We're going back to basics. These are going to be simple reviews, but very extravagant, informative reviews. They're not going to be very storyline heavy, even though this is the main storyline right now. I think I'm gonna probably hold off for a tad bit, but I mean, I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about what I can do for tomorrow. I gotta debate that, and I gotta put those out relatively quick. And you know, Hadrosaur could put up a good fight against carnivores. Usually, their tails and even kick them. Yeah, for sure. Like I love that about the sauropods, that they have these whip-like tails that can defend against predators. That's a stupid title. Yeah, I mean, like, it's a dumb title, but hey, you know, don't kill the messenger here, Huey. It's actually the studios you should be. But honestly, I'm interested in what they do. Ever seen the Pirates from Cutthroat Island? I have, Dr. Waluigi. In fact, I've done an opening night on it on my channel. Check it out. Can't wait for the 11th anniversary on March 2nd, featuring cameos of myself, also VHS tapes of Supernova. Oh, yeah, that's going to be interesting. I've been working on backstories of my OCs of the main character. Very nice. Really looking forward to that. Thoughts on the 2002 Ted Bundy movie? I haven't watched any of those type of films, unfortunately, Jason. They're not my cup of tea, unfortunately. If you were asking me about that one on Netflix, the answer is no. Well, it could be a placeholder title at this point. I mean, yeah, like, it could be anything, really, at this point. Who knows? Like mammoth, saber-tooths, giant ground sloths, and pterobats. Wow, a lot of prehistoric talk on paleontological talk on here. If a new Jurassic World sequel, I thought the end of the movie was last one would be Dominion. To be honest, Jack, I don't watch your reviews for the storyline. I just watch for the reviews. Yeah, I mean, like, that's the thing. Like, I want to go back to basics because Ready Player One was such an endeavor and such a massive almost closure, but I'm still continuing it. The big event stories are not going to really be in full motion for a while. Not really until the Star Wars prequels or at least Jurassic Park. But we're mostly going back to basics, essentially. Although we're being very extravagant. I'm sure Deadwing Dork may appreciate storyless reviews, but then again, he enjoys talking about your storylines. That's the thing. It's a 50-50 with him, and he's you know, like, kudos to him for liking it and admiring the fact that I'm pushing something that has been dead for a while, a dead genre. What's your thoughts on the infamous Skull Island Rise of Kong game? I've heard very bad things about it. I can't really have an opinion or form it until I play it, but I don't have any of the new consoles, let alone have the game. Have I seen a ghost? Actually, fun, great story, actually, best in class. At my old place, we used to have we actually had a ghost in my old house in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. It was kind of creepy. I mean, there was no like real danger or anything, but it was kind of fascinating overall to see like a ghost in my house. Do I believe in the paranormal? Like that there are paranormal activities out there? Absolutely. I mean, I believe in aliens as well. Like, you know, like there are supernatural things out there, but not to the extent that the movies put it out. But there's definitely some things out there that beyond human comprehension can be explored. Okay, yeah, I saw the link on Instagram. Thank you so much, Jordan. Jack's opening night. Thank you so much, Osiris, for keeping track of that. Spread this hashtag. I like that. Okay, yeah. Replace world with park. Awesome. Dominion has its problems. Giga didn't do anything, becoming the punching bag for the Rex. Yeah, it was kind of underwhelming. I'm afraid to go back and watch it again. I mean, I don't have to review it, but I'm just right now going by my first time watching it, which has been a while. Let's see here. To be fair, I'm just waiting for them to create a movie called Jurassic Space Station. That's no Jurassic Moon. I remember having an idea for a Godzilla fan film years ago. It would be about a guy who transforms into Godzilla and would have spent psychological terrors. Oh, so like a Werezilla. No relation to the reviewer, who I actually really like. I like Werezilla. If you don't know who he is, check him out. I do. Yeah, I really do to a degree. Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Now who died in there? Oh, yeah. Oh, no, it wasn't the ghost of him. It was just some sort of supernatural thing that was just kind of pushed. He was really obsessed with, like, flinging the doors back, which is interesting. Have you thought about doing a dinosaur movie marathon like in Jurassic June? I've thought about it, about doing more just basic dinosaur movies. I know the next one on my Harryhausen list is probably going to be The Valley of Guanji. That is going to be on the list at some point. Planet of Dinosaurs. There's a lot of movies I do want to discuss. I'm thinking next year... I'm going to cover The Lost World. That will be an idea as well. Do you think it's a good idea to do a re-review or an update of your past reviews like E.T. and Dracula? I mean, those reviews are relatively still okay. For me, if anything, a remaster would be interesting with new footage, like better footage out there. But I think I'm pretty happy overall with my earlier work. I know when we hit the 100th episode of the Kong Reviews, I am going to be doing a revisit of at least the original 3 films, so 33, 76, 2005. And then we got some ideas down the line. But it's interesting, too, when we end this 5-part arc that we're working on, we're ending it on episode 90. And then we're going to come back to it eventually, but we're getting close to the 100th episode, guys, which is pretty incredible for Kong. I believe in ghosts. I recall a person who stayed at Elvis Presley's house was claimed. Yeah, I do think stuff like that is a legitimate thing at some point. I love to see Jurassic World go back to novels. Exactly is what I want to see. What would happen if Godzilla faced off against a shape-shifting monster? That would be cool, actually. Like a Majin. That would be awesome. Cavemen and dinosaurs. So cavemen, I've thought about talking about too with Ringo Starr. That's Jim Danforth's animation as well. I'm making an animated Godzilla 54 remake. Awesome. Looking forward to that. Awesome. It'd be cool for Review 65. That would be a good one as well, actually. Godzilla the series did a feature on that episode. Oh, wow. Hi, Dark Bonnie 87. Good to see you. So you're a little bit late. We got a half hour left on the stream, but welcome in and I have some questions handy. Well, we don't recommend testing the theory to find movies like Jurassic Park would have us believe. Weighing in at 7 tons. Okay, this guy. Okay, I'm going to actually remove this guy because that is not a good comment. That is not nice. I found out a movie, Watchmen, was raised on my birthday, so I know to watch on my birthday. Watch Watchmen on your birthday. Let's see here. I'm actually having a very interesting ghost story if you want to hear the chat. I mean, if you want to send it to me on Instagram, that'd be great, Dr. Waluigi. I've been looking forward to that. 65, of course, the directors didn't make the dinosaurs believable and more like monsters, just in the weird dinosaurs of anything. I'm sorry if I cannot pronounce these animals. That's interesting. But yeah, so that's there's a lot happening in terms of just just to get some comments catched up. There's something I was going to bring up. I can't remember. But let's see. Ever watching Watchmen? I've been obsessed with the comic. I love Watchmen. That's probably one of my favorite Zack Snyder films, to be honest. A new vampire movie on Universal. It's called Abigail. Okay, interesting. I know there's a remake of Nosferatu coming out this year. So that's going to be kind of really fascinating. And I'm curious how that's going to go out. I want to actually watch Shadow of the Vampire. That looks like a good film. Glad to meet a fan. Oh, wow. Wow. Okay, guys, good place to communicate as well. Like good community space. Oh, little announcement, guys. A couple things on my end. I will be attending 2 cons, of course. There's going to be a con this month and one in May. I'm going to be coming to Toronto Comic-Con. That is, let me check my phone, actually. One moment, just bear with me. In a world of uncertainty, BigJackFilms must find the date for Comic-Con. Okay, so Toronto Comic-Con is March 15th to the 17th at the Metro Toronto Convention Center. I'm going to be there with a couple of my friends. We're going to be filming stuff for Star Wars. We got a couple of ideas handy. But definitely be sure to come meet us there. And then on top of that, I'm coming back to Anime North in May 24th weekend. That will be happening. So you can definitely check me out there. Let's see here. Is Bowser a mix of Gamera and Anguirus? Yeah, he kind of is, actually, which is interesting. Don't forget the new Wolfman in 2024. We're getting another Wolfman. Really? Is it like by Universal? You really ought to watch Renfield. Someone please pay him $5 on Patreon. Please do. I have to get a copy of the movie. You could either... Here's how you can do opening night requests, guys. You can either do Patreon $5, or you can mail me the movie. You can email me the movie at my mailing address below. Do you know if Rooster Teeth's show, Ruby? If not, no. See, there's a lot of... Can I just be real? I'm going to be real, Bendy. And it's no offense to any fandoms in these communities. But shows like Ruby, Miraculous Ladybug, and even Has Been Hotel, it's in a genre, and I put them all in sort of a category that's just not my cup of tea, to be honest, and not really my thing to do. If you like that stuff, good on you. But for me, it's not really my forte, unfortunately. So I have not watched Ruby. I have not watched Has Been Hotel. I have not watched Miraculous Ladybug. Those aren't my thing. And I do apologize if I disappoint. Do you think dinosaurs are best left extinct, or would you like to see them come back to life? It'd be an interesting science experiment, is all I would say, Toon King. It would be interesting on that level. Going to attend G-Fest this year? Hopefully. We are working on potentially coming back to G-Fest. Yes, the new Wolfman movie on the Dark Universe. Really? Okay, so that actually is coming out. Okay, that's going to be interesting. I love how no one talks about Nostalgia Critics Mako jokes, or Mako jokes, even though it was a big deal. Well, it's interesting, actually. I got a little story to tell you, Jason. My uncle had actually worked with Mako on a couple of projects here in Toronto. And from what I've been told, Mako was a great guy, was a really nice dude. And him and my uncle went and chilled and did a lot of stuff down the city after filming. But they filmed a couple of projects here, surprisingly enough. So, there you go. Renfield was a fun movie. Wasn't expecting Dracula fighting the Mafia to be up my alley. Yeah, I have to check that movie out. I've heard great things. I heard Nick Cage is great in that. Yeah, Wolfman movie coming out. Interesting. Speaking of conventions, how did your Jurassic Park Legacy Reviews reunion footage turn out? So what's interesting is that we're still filming. We have plans to do pickup shooting in a couple of areas, most notably Universal in April. We're going to travel to Florida, and we're going to visit Universal, and we're going to do some pickup shooting in April. So hopefully that will come in handy, and hopefully I can finish my con reviews by then. That's the thing. We are on like a wire right now, and I'm like really nervous about it. Like literally after this stream, once I do a couple of videos to fill in the weeks, I have to go right back into it. The Godzilla cosplayer is coming to Winslow Comic-Con. There's a lot of Godzilla cosplayers out there, which is interesting. The fan film I'm working on will be adapting the side plot of dinosaurs in Japan. Oh, okay, interesting. Bride of Wolfman. That would be a good movie, actually. That's a good idea, Shane. Do you know the show Dinosaur King? I know the song, and I love the sound effects. Do I know the anime? No. Someone is funding a cloning of mammoths, dodos, and Tasmanian tigers to bring back from extinction. I'm all for that weird-ass experiment. That sounds awesome. What do you think of a Godzilla movie set in Africa, like the unmade Godzilla vs. Hedorah 2? That would be interesting. Or King Kong in Africa. Maybe he meets Mighty Joe. That'd be a movie. As much as I love Renfield, nothing will top my new favorite Nick Cage movie, Willy's Wonderland. I heard that's a good one. You know what? I kind of liked him in The Flash as Superman. That was one of the highlights for me. What do you think of the Five Nights at Freddy's movie? You know, ever since I did that TikTok on a whim, people have been asking me about Five Nights at Freddy's. It's an interesting franchise. I've never played the games. I've never watched the movies. The only thing I like is the weird-ass aesthetic and that song on YouTube, Join Us for a Bite. That's a slapper. Would you ever watch a King Kong horror movie? Yeah, the original. And I'm waiting for Kong to be scary again. That's what I'm waiting for. What would be the absolute worst concept plot of a King Kong movie? King Kong in space. King Kong in space I've never been a fan of. And all those animated shows probably have the worst Kong storylines. Outside of the anime, which I did tolerate, most of the animated Kong stuff has always been the worst. A friend of mine is making a Jurassic Park fan film that takes place after the first Jurassic Park. What advice would you give him? Be sure to work with what you got. If you've got a budget, if you got limitations, work with what you got. Be creative with the cameras. Be creative with shots. Be creative with how you do effects. And put out just a good product. It's all about quality. Who remembers the Nick Cage Ghost Riders movies? They were okay. They were okay, to be honest. I have seen bits of Jurassic Fight Club. They're pretty interesting films. They're going to place the film Dinosaur movie in movies Hawaii, Jungle, Redwoods, and Rainforest. Okay, that's cool. Hey, howdy ho, gang, I've arrived. Good to see you, Alex Lemons. And I love your profile picture. That's really cool. It's like a combination of Optimus and Megatron from Beast Wars. Interesting. Funniest moment during your time filming your King Kong remake that stands out to this day. I know exactly what that is. That is the grand story of Evan falling in a thorn bush. In fact, let's find that bit. Let me look that up, actually. We're going to watch that right now because that is one of the greatest moments of filming the movie. There's a lot of great moments. We had a lot of great stuff happen on our projects. Let me just try to find that bit because it's so goddamn funny. It's really, really funny. Give me a sec. Let's see. I think it's over here. Yeah, a lot of people fell in bushes in these movies, which is interesting. Where is it? Hang on, I'm just trying to find it here. It's fun actually to go back to the old footage too when we were making our own remake. That was a good time, honestly. Let's see here. So I think it's somewhere here. I think it's yeah, here it is. It's at the very. Okay, here we go. I got it. These are from my behind the scenes videos that Brad did. Let me put up the share screen. Share screen. Share entire screen. Actually, no. Let's just get this. Okay. Yes, allow. Okay. So we're gonna watch this scene of Evan just crashing into a bush. Okay, here we go. Hopefully you guys can hear it. That was us filming like years ago. I was using sound effects from 1 Million for the Triceratops, and there's this whole deleted scene. We didn't know there were thorns in the bush, but it was just, you hear Evan's cry. It's hilarious. Like so what happened was we were filming and we were jumping into this bush, and what happened was that he kind of rolled over into a thorn bush. I mean, he was okay, he was fine, but I mean, to be honest, like there were a couple of close calls in this movie. Like we had one of our guys, our actors, lose his glasses in the swamp. Like he was okay though, but that was freaky. But yeah, that was just we called cut. We were all just like, because the reason it had to be this shot specifically was because I was going to add the Triceratops. Wait, hang on. I gotta go back to this. Let's see here. Oh, no, too much. Hang on. Whoa. Okay. Here we go. So this shot, we had to add the Triceratops here in the foreground. It's in one of the deleted scenes, but that's why we had to get that shot. So Evan's fall in the bush is in the deleted scene. So then we cut to the behind the scenes stuff. This was on those old phones too. So some of the footage ain't the best, but you hear him screaming.
Is he okay?
Is he okay? What makes it funny is just seeing, if you notice when we go over there, you see Brett on the corner right here, just completely just baking the entertainment of it, which is hilarious. You see it here, just like right there. He's just like, is he okay? And you just hear Evan just screaming. I cracked right there. But the thing was, it was funny because literally, we didn't really. It's funny because Evan had his legs were almost kind of sticking out of the bush like this, like those classic cartoon legs that come out. It was hilarious, honestly. That was probably one of our funniest moments from the shoot. So there was that essentially. So thank you so much for that question, man. Really appreciate it. Anyway, let's catch up on some more questions. Let's see here. Geez, we got a couple because we got 15 minutes to go through all these questions. Let's see here. Fun fact, I grew up loving Retrosaurus too, but I preferred dinosaur designs from the 90s and 2000s. Me too. Like, they're still really good designs. Calling Meets Mighty Joe Young. Yeah, let's make that movie. Do you care for the 60s cartoon? I have done a review of it briefly. I did not care for it, to be honest. I love the Nick Cage Ghost Rider movies, though I do think at times they need a reboot. Yeah, didn't they do a reboot in the MCU? I can't remember. Favorite Disney animated movie? That is going to go towards The Hunchback of Notre Dame, which is my personal favorite. I, at some point, will cover that as a review. I should go back to Disney at some point because I'm due to do another review. It's been 5 years since the last one. How would you portray dinosaurs? Realistic or as Hollywood monsters? I like both. I like a combination of both. I tried the King Kong Cola. It tasted like regular Coca-Cola. I want to try that. If somebody could send me that, that'd be great. If you ran a zoo, what animals would you have in it? Gorillas, chimps, elephants, lions, stuff like that. Just the basic stuff. It's Apeling from the 90s comics. I don't know what that is. Oh, that's what it is. Okay, so it is from Beast Wars. Okay. That's interesting. Shark, Dino, and Bears. If you were some rich billionaire, would you run a theme park business? Absolutely. In fact, I would create Universal Studios Retro. That would be my ideal. Favorite Allosaurus design? For me, it's... I like the one from the... Walking with Dinosaurs is one of my favorites, along with... anybody else remember Dynamation? Their Allosaurus was really good. Let's see here. If you guys want to chat and see a funny BigJackFilms moments fun areas, yeah, look up Osiris's compilation videos. They're really good. In fact, Osiris, I have a question for you. I might as well bring this up live. How would you feel about putting these compilations on my channel? I think that'd be kind of fun, these roast videos. Let me know. Never expect the Five Nights at Freddy movie animatronics to have game accuracy. I mean, Sonic and Mario and so on. Yeah, because that was Jim Henson doing the animatronics, and they were wonderful in those. Let's see here. Yeah, it is really funny. Wow, a lot of people like that. That was funny. You can find all the behind-the-scenes videos on my playlist channels. Gorilla versus Leopard. What do you think would win? Gorilla would definitely kick its ass. Do you think Godzilla has McDonald's burgers in Japan? I think there is. Isn't there like some sort of like promotional campaign for some burger joint doing a Godzilla X Kong promotion? I don't think we have it here, but it'd be cool to try. Carl, come back with those bobs, you son of a... That's what she said. That's a good one. I like that one. That was in the final cut. I think that was really funny. What's the name of the video you just showed us? Those are from the King Kong behind-the-scenes videos. You can find those on my playlist, Student King. Have I watched Lisa Frankenstein? She is the granddaughter of Dr. Frankenstein. Oh, I've heard that's a decent one. I heard that was a good one. Didn't much, Star Master. We're just we're about another 15 minutes into this stream, and we're gonna just do it. We're just doing a quick one today. No worries, no worries. Too much Bush moment. Skull Island had weapons of mass destruction. I remember that the stream was in class. Yeah, it was great. Actually, by the way, Evan's actually doing really well. He moved to the States. He's doing really well, and hope he's doing okay. In part 2 of your King Kong fan films blooper reels, when sailors are running, I believe he's saying, "Where are you going?" The dog ran past him. Whose dog was that? So, Osiris, that's an interesting question. That was my dog, Pepper. We had her since early 2000s. She was an English Springer Spaniel. We've had her since I used to live in Wisconsin, moved up here. And she had been a faithful dog for a good 15, 16, 17 years. And honestly, she passed away. When was that? Probably around 2013, 2014. And miss her a lot, miss her dearly. And then like about a year and a half later, we got Timber. Timber's doing pretty good though. But she was my first dog, and I love her to death. I'll always remember her. She's been you see her briefly in a few things, because when I started my channel, it was sort of at the end of her cycle. So yeah, there you go. That's who she was. Favorite dinosaur 2000s, the Disney in the world in 2000. Yeah, that's a good movie. I thought about talking about that one at some point. Sounds like a live-action Hunchback remake isn't happening due to Bob Iger allegedly not liking the original. I mean, it's that, and it's also they were planning it right before the Notre Dame Cathedral burnt down, so that was a sign to say, let's not do this, guys. They did a reboot of that version of Ghost Rider, but Ghost Rider made a cameo in most recent versions of the character. Oh, wow. Name of the Indominus Rex Diablos. I like the Diablos name. Fun C. You have my permission to upload this video to your channel. However, we ought to talk about particular videos, certain footage. Yeah, we will at some point. We will at some point talk about it. To add to the gorilla versus leopard part, unknown, take gorillas. Okay, yeah, interesting. Gonna have to look that up. What is your favorite version of Tarzan? My favorite is the Disney one. I like the Disney one, and I really liked The Legend of Tarzan with Alexander Skarsgård and Margot Robbie and Christoph Waltz, Sam Jackson. That was actually a solid movie. Do you prefer the MonsterVerse to be realistic like 2014 film or fun? I like the fun campiness of it all. I like seeing what they're doing. It's entertaining. If Godzilla is a dinosaur, could Godzilla have feathers after he's a dinosaur? He's more of a dinosaur that never evolved, is what I would describe him as. I like a lot of the movies that Nostalgia Critic hates. I mean, me too. Like, there's a lot of movies he's discussed, like Felix the Cat. I do ironically kind of like The Magic Voyage. I'm trying to think of some others. Like, he's covered some movies that he consensually hate, but I like. Question for the chat. Does anybody know where I can find Greystoke's The Legend of Tarzan? Not sure. Who remembers White Chicks? I have not seen that movie. I heard recently that Iger might actually be abandoning ship due to the upcoming proxy report. Proxy report? Yeah, Disney's in a hard pickle right now. Hey, Jack, I don't know what you're doing stream. What I missed? We're just doing a Q&A for the next 10 minutes, Luke. So come on in. If you have any questions, fire away about the show. We're essentially doing a pre-King Kong reviews because that's going to come out tomorrow night. Yeah, I like Disney's Tarzan. That's a decent one. Let's see here. I made Sinbad short film and a regular show fan film, but other than that, most of my work is original. That's really cool, actually, Jordan. I like original content. Would you rather own the ape suits from Space Odyssey or Greystoke? Probably Greystoke, because that is more Rick Baker, more defined. And on top of that, the 2001s are just priceless. I would rather see those in museums. Let's see. I like Timothy Green. All we know, Doug Fields. I didn't see that movie. Craig Disney is going up Poop Creek without a paddle or a boat. Yeah, it's not been the best. That's why, when it comes, I mean, like, I'm very cherry picky about that. Watch the Asylum Bigfoot movie. Okay, so interesting enough, Max, I've thought about at some point doing Asylum Ape Month, where I'll re-review King of the Lost World. I'll cover Bigfoot. I'll cover the Ape versus Monster movies. Those are on the playing table as well. Thoughts on Sailor Jupiter design from the manga with her rose bed? It's cool. In fact, Lita is Juno, who's our Jupiter for Star Wars. She actually has incorporated some of that stuff. Ever seen the 1970 movie The Fog? No, and I have not seen the remake. Top 10 Family Guy episodes. I mean, if I were to name my favorites, I really like the following. I love the Blue Harvest trilogy is going to be hands down the best. I really like what is it? Stewie kills Lois. That duology was very well done. Really like the what is it? There's one I go back and watch that. I think is great. There's some really good bangers. I like the one with Brian and Seabreeze. Also, the one where, honestly, the one where Brian dates Meg was a good episode because very good. I like the character dynamic drama of it all, which is really, really good. But there's some other episodes out there. I mean, they range here and there. But a lot of the early episodes, the Willy Wonka episode I really like as well when they go to the Pawtucket Patriot. And it's like Willy Wonka's Chocolate Factory. There's some good ones. Max Parker, The Asylum, got a lot more monster movies. Yeah, they got plenty. I've not seen Trog. King of the Apes. Again, hey, what you like then? Me, did not care for it. Kong King of Skull should be adapted. I heard Disney might be adapting that. I heard something is happening. They've been trying to get that off the ground for years. Has Asylum done any ape movies? Yes, they have. They've done a few, enough to do a marathon. Maybe. I don't know. That's one of the ones that's kind of here and there. Mario games and Super Mario Universe are like adaptations of real events. Possibly. Ranking the Disney Renaissance films. Oh, that would be a list and a half. For me, it's Hunchback, Lion King, Tarzan, Atlantis. Aladdin's up there as well. A lot of stuff in their 2000s, like late 2000s, were like early 2000s were hit or miss for me. I think Disney is entering a new dark age. I think so. Like we're essentially doing Black Cauldron 2.0. Ironically enough, I like the Black Cauldron. That's a decent one. Barnyard, ugh. I like the memes more than the movie. All right, so we're gonna go for another 10 minutes or 8 minutes, and then we're gonna probably call it a night. So let's keep questions going here. What about the Kong animated series on Fox Kids? I've reviewed it. Not a fan. I will say the last movie was the best one though. Thoughts on Sinbad and Eye of the Tiger? That's one I haven't watched yet. I own it, but I haven't watched it yet. I'm going to have to take a look at that at some point. I like the Seventh Voyage, though. Atlantis is a good movie. I've only recently started to appreciate it because Josh really got me onto it more. A great score by James Newton Howard. James Newton Howard rocked Disney in the 2000s. Disney has been dark age since 2020. They really have been, Huey, and I agree with you 100% on that. They have not been well. Scariest dinosaur in the Jurassic Park franchise, the big one from the first one, will always be the most terrifying for me personally. It seems like every 20 years Disney has a new dark age. They really do. 80s, it was Black Cauldron. Mid-2000s, they had issues, and now we're back here. This is sort of the end of their trilogy. I have not, and I don't plan to. I heard it is nothing but trash. I'd probably go on the top worst. Anyway, I hope everybody's been doing good in the stream. Remember, super chats are always welcome at the 11th hour. And really appreciate it, guys. They've been doing good in Disney Plus. Disney Plus, depending on their old stuff, is okay. Darkest kill in the franchise. I think that one with the girl getting killed in Jurassic World was pretty fucked up. How do you feel about the Studio Canal 4K release? I don't own it, so I don't really have an opinion on it, but I do want to get it at some point. Disney entered a new dark age since they focused on the wrong crowd. Exactly, Eric. Exactly. And it's our job to fix it. It's one of the reasons why I like doing what I'm doing. Because I'm doing what they should be doing, and they're not. I just have a budget. How's Brad doing? Brad's doing good. I haven't seen him in a long time. He's been very busy at a full-time job. He's got his own videos in the works. But we do plan to work again down the line. He does appear in a couple of episodes of the Kong reviews, cameo appearances. So, yeah, look forward to that. Really are in the dark age. 4. Okay, interesting. Yeah, because of the Second World War was happening as well. Let me guess. I didn't miss anything. Not much. In fact, you're at the very end of the stream here. You're a little late to the party. What do you feel about Godzilla 98? I like it. It's a fun movie. It's just not a Godzilla movie. Film Corps. Yeah, I am planning to do a response to that. 8 movie King Kong, Congo, Planet of the Apes. There's a ton of those. God, the comments are going by really fast. Wish they could have it on iTunes. It is widely available on YouTube, Luke, so you could probably just download it. Is it me or is it because Mario 93 and Dragon Ball Evolution, they're pretty much the same film, although Mario has the advantage of being a bit more a better complementary film, I guess is the word. How do you feel about a physical media collection? Is there any way we can see it happen? Nick has been asking about that. It's interesting because I actually just bought something. I'm going to probably reveal it in the next stream for $5, and it was like worth the buy. I've been wanting it for a while, but yeah. Hey, Super Chat, last hour. Hey, Jack here from Deadwing Dork Streams. Hey, welcome, Lava Mantis. Welcome to have you on the channel. Really appreciate that Super Chat, man. Thank you so much. Keep doing what you're doing, man. I respect the grind. P.S. Have you seen Peter Jackson's Dead Alive? That is a great question, Lava. I have seen Dead Alive and Brain Dead. Probably my favorite zombie movie. That movie kicks ass. It is gory as hell. Almost makes me puke at times, but that's a damn good film. Huge thank you, Lava Mantis, and I love you've got the guy from Space Ghost. I used to watch Space Ghost all the time. Really appreciate that, man. Glad to see a lot of people from Deadwing Dork Streams now coming to my channel. I mean, I appreciate the streams entirely on his end. So thank you so much for coming in, and thank you so much for that super chat. Those are always appreciated, man. Yeah, you're a little late, Dad. No worries, but we'll catch up soon. I gotta reach out to you at some point because I gotta come see you soon. So the difference between Mario 93 and Evolution is that fucked up the source material. It really did. All right, we're gonna get 3 more questions. We're gonna get 3 more questions, and so have them prep. Make sure let's keep a little category. Make them show related and make them Kong review related, just in terms of what you guys expect or what you guys have questions about storylines and stuff. And after that, we're actually gonna call it a night because this is a very quick stream. So let's get 3 more questions in. Again, let's keep them show submitted. Is really appreciated. But again, thank you so much for Lava Mantis for sending us that super chat. That always comes in handy for us. That keeps the channel going. Really appreciate it, man. Okay, this is actually a good question from Zane Productions. So I'll make this question number 1. What King Kong design is your favorite, including unmade Kong movies like 96? My personal favorite has always been the Kongfrontation design. I know in Revenge of the Mummy, they have that gold statue of Kong based on the. Part of me wants that statue, and I want like a replica or like a sort of a maquette of the Kongfrontation design, or at least like a full. I haven't ever seen this. Like I've seen the King Kong Encounter sketch design, but nobody has ever done a Kongfrontation full body design of the creature, like standing or whatever. I think that would be cool. So let's see here. Question number 2, I'm just going to through just the ones that I want to, so requests I'm not going to answer, but I'm going to answer some stuff here. This is a good question from Inuyasha Dinosaur 101. Will you plan to have more, what do you have planned for Kikyo in the storyline? Very good question. So we do have plans to expand more of the backstory between her and my character and how they met, how they became sort of these very intimate characters and relationship with one another. We had actually shot a lot of stuff during Ready Player One with Hinachi Idol, who is like one of the best actresses I've worked with. You guys should check out her Instagram and stuff. She's a wonderful model, an amazing actress, really one of a kind. And we shot a lot of stuff in advance while she was here because she actually moved to Vancouver. And she gave us the heads up about that. So I said, okay, let's just shoot as much as we can before you go. And so we have a whole backlog of footage that we're going to incorporate into the plot that do play a part in the story. Now, if we need to do new shots, the plan is to more than likely get a body double, but we are planning to continue working with Hinachi, even though she's halfway across the country. We have some storyline stuff planned, expanded material planned. But yeah, she is going to come back in full. And that will include, I'm going to include Cyrus's question about this with Inuyasha Movie 4. We are going to work on that at some point, and that is going to continue the storyline of the Inuyasha stuff. We're going to kind of keep the storyline separate for now until we're ready to come back to it. But yeah. there's that, and so on. Okay, let's get one more question in here. Let me go skim through the best ones. Let's see here. Oh, this is a good question. What about your AI self? What will happen to him? Do you think he'll turn evil? Very good question, James, and this is where we're going to leave for now. I can't say, but we are going to sort of conclude that storyline with the AI stuff. Once we get the con reviews done, I'm going to really work on the plot lines. We are right now 3 episodes fully done. I have 2 more to go. I'm going to be very tight, but I think I'm going to make it work out. But yeah, there's going to be more with the hologram Jack at some point as he fills the void while I'm gone for a very long period of time during this season, which is interesting. So there's that. But anyway, that's it for this stream, guys. We're making it very simple, very short, to the point, only because I'm tight on schedule right now and I have to prep a couple of weeks worth of videos and I have a couple other things to do. But I really appreciate everybody coming in. Thank you so much, Huey Tumor, Toon King, everybody for coming in today. Huge thank you to Lava Mantis as well for bringing in a super chat. Those are always appreciated. Of course, guys, just to give you a little plug, we're going to have a video hopefully out tomorrow, but then tomorrow night at 9 o'clock, be here for the premiere of the first episode of the Return of the King Kong reviews. That will be happening tomorrow night at 9 o'clock. Real looking forward to seeing you guys all there. And looking forward to get your opinions and thoughts on it and what we have planned. But obviously, support our Patreon. You can see the episodes early as soon as they're finished. So just $1 more, we'll get you early access to that. But honestly, can't appreciate you guys coming in enough. It's good to be back and have a weekly routine schedule again for videos. But until the next video, guys, like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys later. This is BigJackFilms signing off, and I will see you guys tomorrow night for the premiere of the first episode. We're back. The King Kong reviews are back. Until then, take it easy.